Daniel Hargrove had been a truck driver for 12 years. He drove all across the United States, delivering big shipments from one state to another. In October 2024, Daniel was on a road called Highway 50 in Nevada. Some people call it the loneliest road in America because there are hardly any towns, people, or even cars around. That night, the sky was dark and there was no moon. The desert air was cold, and Daniel felt a little uneasy. At 1:53 a.m., Daniel's CB radio made a crackling sound. Normally, he could hear other truckers talking on it, but this time, a deep, rough voice came through. It said, "Keep driving, Danny." Daniel froze. Danny was his childhood nickname, and no one had called him that in years. He tried switching the channel, but the voice came again quieter this time. "You're not alone tonight." Daniel gripped the steering wheel tighter. The road ahead was empty. No cars, no lights, just the desert and dark mountains. He turned off the radio, hoping the creepy voice would stop. But now, the silence felt even worse. By 2:30 a.m., Daniel was tired and out of coffee. He pulled into a small rest stop near a town called Austin, Nevada. There was just one old light buzzing above the lot and a rusty pickup truck parked at the far end. Daniel stepped out to stretch and smoke a cigarette. Everything was quiet. Too quiet. Then he noticed something strange. A tall person standing just outside the light's reach. They wore an old jacket and a wide hat that covered their face. "Hey, do you need a ride?" Daniel shouted. The person didn't answer, didn't move. When Daniel stepped closer, the figure disappeared into the dark. Back in his truck, Daniel locked the doors. He had heard stories like this before, spooky tales shared by truckers at diners, but he never believed them. Until now, at 3:45 a.m., Daniel saw something on the road ahead. It looked like a large bag or maybe a dead animal, but as he got closer, it moved. It was a person lying face down in the road. Daniel slammed the brakes. His heart raced. He grabbed his flashlight and stepped out of the truck. But when he got there, the person was gone. Instead, Daniel saw a trail of thick, dark stains leading off the road into the desert. It looked almost like oil. He followed it and found an old gas station, broken down and abandoned. A sign said, "Last Chance Gas," but the place looked like it hadn't worked in years. The door was open, creaking in the windless night. Inside, the air smelled rotten. Daniel felt sick. His flashlight lit up broken shelves and dust everywhere. Then, on the back wall, he saw something terrifying. In red letters, freshly written, were the words, "Danny, you shouldn't have stopped." Daniel's breath caught in his throat. He wanted to run, but a soft thumping sound came from the back of the building. He followed it to a storage room. Inside, lying in the middle of the floor, was an old trucker's logbook. The name on it shocked him, D. Hargrove. The date was from October 17, 1974, exactly 50 years ago. That was his father's name. Daniel's dad had died in a truck crash on the same road when Daniel was just 9 years old. Everyone said he fell asleep while driving, but the last thing written in the logbook said, "Something's following me. It knows my name." The thumping got louder. Daniel ran out of the building. He jumped into his truck, but the engine wouldn't start. Then the CB radio came alive with a horrible voice shouting, "You can't leave, Danny." He looked in his mirror. The rusty pickup truck was right behind him, the same one from the rest stop, but he couldn't see the driver. Panic took over. Daniel begged the truck to start. Finally, the engine roared to life, and he sped away down the highway. As he drove, he looked back and saw the creepy figure again standing in the road, lifting his head. It had no face, just darkness. Daniel didn't stop driving until morning, at a truck stop in Utah. He told a police officer everything. They searched the area, but found nothing. The officer said the gas station burned down in 1975, a year after a trucker died nearby. No one ever found a logbook. After that night, Daniel quit driving trucks. He took a warehouse job and moved far away from Highway 50. But even now, he still has nightmares. Sometimes, when it's very quiet, he hears a faint voice calling from the dark and sees the shape of a hat just beyond the light. Like and subscribe our Ghost of the Union channel for more horror stories.